Are you ready for soup, starting with B? Includes borscht, bouillabaisse. I would be very disappointed if you served me bouillon, but we included it anyways. Circle it. G includes goulash, gazpacho, gumbo. H, Hassenpfeffer, hot and sour soup, hot pot. M includes minestrone, mulligan stew, mulligatawny, menudo. If I go too fast for you, circle it. All right, V, vichyssoise, and vori. Are we ready for some artists? Francis Bacon, Jean-Michel Basquiat, and Botticelli, who was the sixth, what? I can't. Okay. Francis Bacon, Jean-Michel Basquiat, and Botticelli, who was the sixth Teenage Mutant Turtle. I'm lying. Kirby was the sixth Teenage Mutant Turtle. Or he was supposed to be in the fourth movie, but the third movie did so badly he was canceled, and instead replaced by Venus and by Jenica. Venus, by the way, you might ask, maybe that's a veiled reference to Botticelli with Venus on the half shell, turtles on the half shell. But in fact, that's not true. Her full name is Venus de Milo. So rather than being named after any number of famous Renaissance women painters, she's named after an object of art famed for its beauty, a thing that does not bother my wife, she will tell you through gritted teeth. G, Gauguin and Vincent van Gogh. H, David Hockney, Hans Holbein, and Edward Hopper of Nighthawks fame. First part of M, Magritte, Malevich, Manet, and Matisse. Modigliani, Monet, and Munch. By the way, if you're looking at this picture right here and saying that's not exactly how I remember the screen looking, you may be right. Munch actually made 4 separate copies of the Scream over the years in various top forms, such as pastel, or on various works, such as tempera and pastel on cardboard, or on board, or pastel on board. There's also a 5th series of lithographs he had made until he got called away to Norway to deal with family matters, and the printer decided none of these would ever sell, so he destroyed the originals. V, Da Vinci, and Van Gogh again. Just as a note, you can use Van Gogh for either a V or a G. No credit. You get only one if you used him for both, okay? All right. Synonyms for a boat. Whoa. That is a moth. Holy cow. All right. 1, 2, 3. Guest house, granny flat, grange. H, hacienda, hearthstone, high rise. Continuing on, H could also be house, or hooch, or hutch. For M, manor, or mobile home, or mansion, or McMansion. V, vestiary, vicarage, villa. A vestiary, by the way, is an apiary for wasps, if you're a psycho. All right, Spanish cities over 100,000 residents, starting with B. Barcelona, but also others. G, Guadalajara, Granada. H, Huelva. M, Madrid, Malaga. And V, Valladolid, Valencia, where the oranges come from. Are we ready to fight? First slide of literary villains. Remember, Big Brother is watching you. All right, next slide. Next one for B. Last one for B. All right, G. Moving on with G. H. Baron Harkonnen from Dune. Moving on for H. Judge Holden from Blood Meridian, Mr. Hyde. M, First M.A. Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. M.A. continuing on to M.E. and M.I. First of M.O.'s, Moby Dick, Colonel Moran and Mordred. All right, and V? Voldemort. Yep. Please do not attempt to argue with me that Cruella de Vil was not a villain. Are you ready for your round 2? You'll get new sheets. All right, heads up. Can I get the crowd noise down a little bit? Sorry, you guys are making me shout into the mic. Our assistants are going to come around and pick up the round 1 answers. Please gather those together. They're going to hand out the round 2 answers. I am going to explain the categories, but guys, I need you to quiet down. Thank you. All right. Round 2, current native birds of Oceania. Oceania is Australia and islands to the northeast of it. So New Zealand and Pacific Islands such as Hawaii. Native, they must be indigenous to Oceania rather than introduced. For example, the ostrich. We are looking for base names only. To be clear, this is the common ostrich, but I am not going to tell him that. Because I have a policy about insulting birds that are bigger than I am. So ostrich is the answer here we're looking for. And to be clear, when I say native birds of Oceania, I do not mean birds only in Oceania. The albatross, for example, has many habitats, which include Oceania. So albatross would be a fine answer for this. No Latin names, we are looking for common names only. Sorry, you overly educated people. All right. Popular English, French original animated TV shows debuting 1990 or later. So, hold on. I got a lot to explain about this category. When I say popular, I mean they must have at least 3 seasons that they've shown. I will make exceptions for things that came out in the last couple of years, but that's fine. They must have debuted in US, Canada, Britain, or Australia. So, for example, anime is right out. I have my reasons. And here are the reasons, which is that if I include all shows that debuted in 1990 or later, that is over 500 answers. And if I include just anime shows, that's another 600. You guys don't want to sit through that many slides of answers, especially because you're never going to answer any of the things in this category because you're going to spend 4 minutes thinking to yourself, what's the name of the bird with the thing? You know, the thing. And then after it's over, you're going to Google and figure out it was a frigate bird, which wasn't even one of the letters in the first place. All right, so this is anything. So if I narrow it down, 3 or more seasons, that gets us to a much more reasonable 156 answers. All right, so this includes any animated show, whether kids, teens, adults, or whoever is watching Adult Swim at 3 o'clock in the morning. So Bob's Burgers, Smiling Friends, all perfect answers. Final clarification, if it was a remake that debuted after 1990, that is fair game, all right? So if you're an old fart like me, just answer stuff from the 80s. I almost guarantee it got remade. All right, do we have an easy to explain category next? No, of course not. All right, amusement parks of the US and Canada that have a roller coaster. My source is ultimaterollercoaster.com, and I realize that website is one spinning skull GIF away from being a GeoCities page. But I don't think I'm allowed to complain about that here. So, current amusement parks that have a roller coaster, we will accept names that ignore the overall brand name. So, for example, Disney's Animal Kingdom, we are fine with just Animal Kingdom. I realize by this rule, Six Flags America in Maryland is just America. But contrary to what Andrew says, I'm patriotic enough to accept that as an answer. Also, Sister Golden Hair was a great single. So anyways, next up, genres of popular music. Popular enough to show up on the Styles of Popular Music Wikipedia page that includes nearly everything from narrow stuff like Chet Atkins' Nashville Sound to disco. And then finally, modern writing scripts, by which, of course, I mean Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. No, this doesn't count as any of those three words. Anyways, no, names of alphabets or character sets that are currently in use, like Latin, which is what we use for writing English, or Arabic, or Greek. To be clear, I do want them in the English. As much as you're going right now, you know, I could do an Aleph column. I think I'm okay with that, all right? What the hell did I just do? Is it back? Oh, thank God. All right, are you ready for your letters? C, E, H, K, and M. Good luck. Oh, thank God the timer works.